What's up guys, my name is Andre Jordan and today I'm going to teach you all the different types of punches that we use in boxing, at least the basic ones. Now, I say the basic ones because there's a lot of, little trick shots that I can think of. There's so many different types of jabs. I can think of 5 different types of jabs off the top of my head. So today we're just going to go over the basics and I'm going to explain exactly how to do it correctly and just get you started so you can start practicing them in shadow boxing and putting them into your sparring and your bag work and all that good stuff. So stay tuned, check it out. Alright, so if you watched my last video, we already know how to stand and how to move in the correct boxing position. And from here, now we gotta learn how to punch. I'm gonna put a link to my last video of how to get in the right boxing stance. So you can click on that, check that out if you haven't seen it already. Now, the most important punch in the boxing game is the jab, for many reasons. It's not only an offensive punch, but you can also use it for defense. You can keep them at that distance. You can, keep them right here at this length, especially if you got long arms like me. I got these gorilla arms. I can probably tie my shoes without bending my knees. You can keep them back there. Boom. It also sets up a lot of other punches. And this is what the jab looks like. There's a couple things that I want you guys to note about the jab. Number one, my right hand is up the entire time. I see a lot of beginning boxers, they do this thing, it's like their hands are tied to a string or something. I don't know what's going on, but as soon as they throw their jab, their other hand pulls with it, right? So it's like this effect. Keep it here, protecting your chin, right? I'd rather touch my own face with my hand than let somebody else's hand touch my face, right? So, boom, keep this hand up. The second thing I want you guys to note is that I bring it back to my face, right? We don't want a lazy jab, right? A lazy jab is when you toss it out there and you drop it and bring it back like that. A smart fighter is gonna come over the top with the right hand and counterpunch that. I would do that all day. If you were doing that in front of me, I'm catching you with the right hand. Another thing I want you guys to know is that I'm breathing every time I punch, right? You make this kind of like an S sound. You really flex your core. The weird part about it is the harder you breathe out, the harder the punch is gonna be. And the faster you breathe out, the faster the punch will be executed. Another thing I want you guys to pay attention to is my feet, right? I don't stay in one spot when I throw my jab. You gotta put your body behind your punches. When you just throw your arm out there like this, it might have a little bit of power, right? But I'm only hitting them with this like 10-pound arm. I wanna hit them with the whole 175 pounds that I am. So I have to really push off of my back foot. And if you're a southpaw, there's no difference. You're just pushing off of the back foot. Explode off of it. Boom. Cover some ground, go in a straight line. Boom. And when you're pushing off that foot, also I don't wanna see you guys doing this, right? Look how I'm going in a circle. Go straight, push them back. Go down the line. Push them back. Be a lot more effective. Last thing, I just want to really note the position that my hands are in when I'm throwing my jab. And it's going to be the exact same thing when I throw my right hand. You'll see that in a second. So when I throw it, my opposite hand is guarding my chin. My hand comes out. My shoulder is blocking this side of my chin. My hand will even twist at the end of the punch. Right there on impact. And that's how you cut people, by the way. It's this little twist. All right, so let's check out the right hand. All right, so you guys are gonna notice that I'm still breathing the same. I end up in the same position like I was saying. Shoulders protecting the chin. My opposite hand is up, protecting the other side. and I'm still in my correct stance. So I can throw another right hand or move. Also, you guys are gonna notice that my hand is still twisting at the end of the punch. Now, like I was saying with the jab, we wanna put our whole body into the punch instead of just using our arms, right? So the way to do that with the right hand, we gotta twist. It's almost like if you were to, boom, put out a cigarette, step on it, twist. Put some extra weight on that leg, on that back leg, and dig into the ground and really twist with the whole right side. Your feet, your knee, your hip, your shoulder, even your hand, your wrist. This whole right side twist. I'm also gonna do what's called sitting on your punches. Boom, notice that I get a little bit lower and it just adds extra power on there. Boom. All right, so now we're at the left hook. Believe it or not, that is my favorite punch to throw. Even though I'm right-handed, I love throwing the left hook, especially if I can double and triple it up. Head and to the body. Just like we saw with the right hand, this whole side twist with the left hook, everything here is gonna twist. Let me step back a little bit for you. So I'm putting some weight on this left foot, and I'm digging in. My foot, my knee, my hip, my shoulder, and my hand all twist. And this is the end position right here. My right hand's up, blocking this side of my face. My forearm's here, protecting oncoming traffic, and my whole body's into the punch. Side. Other side. Now the only difference between that and throwing the left to the liver is gonna be your feet, your knees. You gotta bend your knees a little bit more. It's always best to think about it like this. All of this is a target, right? So don't give them the target. Give me more shoulder than chest and stomach. And when you slip over, now you're putting yourself in a position to where you have some leverage to twist again and throw that left to the liver. Boom. So what you're gonna do is take a step over to your left side. Boom. You can notice where my weight is being distributed to my left foot. And then I twist, just like I do up top. But when I twist, my left hook is gonna look more like an uppercut. The right hook, exact same thing as the left hook, except everything is on the other side. So I end up in the same position, opposite hand up, forearm up, blocking oncoming traffic. My whole body's into the punch. Same thing, when you wanna go to the body, it's gonna look more like an uppercut. Because you wanna lift them up, boom. If you can lift somebody up with your body punches, they'll really feel it, I promise you. I promise you, it does not matter what weight class they're at, they will feel it. So as long as you can hit the target, the right place, and with the twist and the snap of the punch, they will feel it. So just make sure it's an uppercut and don't swipe it. So up like that. Now notice in all these punches, I'm not telegraphing. And what telegraphing is when you let your opponent know what you're gonna throw before you do it. All the power comes from the legs, from the bottom up. That's why everything is twisting. That's why I have to shift my weight and put my whole body into the punch, because that's where the power comes from. So keep that in mind. Every time you throw your punch, you don't want to open up and throw it. It comes from your feet and your hips. That's power right there. Even the jab, I see a lot of people, they wind up like that with the jab. All you gotta do is push off that back foot like I was telling you earlier. So that does it for all of the basic boxing punches that I can think of. There are a lot of other punches that I can think of, but that's gonna be for another video. Those are more advanced techniques. But with what I've given you right now, you can go ahead and start practicing that. Really practice. Practice, practice, practice. 10,000 hours to master a skill. Go home and look at yourself in the mirror, Work on it. Find somebody that you think is an amazing boxer. Watch their videos and look at how they do it, when they do it, what circumstances they do these punches, and make it look like that. And I promise you, you'll see the results. Just don't stop working, all right? See you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, of course. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support, and see you guys later. Peace.